I'm excited to be with you this morning. And today I'm talking about brain health. Forgive my sweat. I have just been working out, doing a cardio dance with our community. So that's an online thing where we just jump around and we follow some fun aerobics instructor. Super, super fun. Um, so that's a spoiler alert. Part of getting your brain back is moving, right? When I see patients with memory issues and I'm trying to help them reestablish their neurons, connections in their brain, one of the most important things is getting people moving. So, helping you move into more exercise, and I say muscle equals brain. Because what we see is people who exercise more, they actually have more brain power, they have improvement in their memory, and there's a direct link there. But this morning, I want to talk to you about several different things that can really help you as you are trying to keep your brain. Reverse memory loss even is a thing that is possible. And I'm going to give you some good tips that hopefully are going to be extremely helpful for you. You know, what happened with me is I thought I was losing my brain. I had a lot of memory issues. I thought that I would have to stop medicine seriously, and it was quite scary. I would not during that time. I would not have taken a MOCA, which is one Montreal Cognitive Assessment, because I knew I would have done badly on it. In fact, when I was giving them to patients, I was having to look at the answers because my brain fog and my ability to attend was so limited. I found myself unable to like transfer multiple numbers from one page to the next. I had to keep looking back. I remember the weirdest thing was I couldn't count the drops of the stuff that I was putting in a fish tank. I was unable to keep counting the drops up to 8. I had to start over. So I counted 2. I counted 2 again. I counted 2 4 times. And because I was unable to continue to focus and attend, and it was a toxicity, right? And so if you don't believe in toxicity, I'm here to tell you it's a real thing. And there are ways that you can clean out your system, get your brain working. One way to create cultivate baby neurons and keep the baby neurons growing, because no matter what age you are still making new baby neurons. You know, when I was in medical school, they actually told us that, no, you didn't, oh, you have all the neurons you have. It's all downhill from here. Not true. Don't believe them. So we're talking about brain support and healing, new ways that you can optimize your brain health. And, you know, I'm very appreciative that I got sick, because if I hadn't gotten sick, I couldn't have been able to bring you this information. And so I'm going to be talking about functional medicine, about the strategies to get your brain back. I'm also going to talk to you about some incredible technology that helped me get my brain back too. But if you want a younger brain and body, it requires some work, right? Right now, no matter what age you are, you know, I'm 57. We have to think about, what do we want to do when we're 80? And when you're 80, do you want to chase your kids? Do you want to still be able to swim a mile or run a mile? When you think of it as the octogenarian decathlon, right? that Peter Attia is the one who coined that phrase. Like, what do you want to do at that time? If you want to be active, you have to start to plan now, and you need muscle, you need brain power. These are critical so that you really be able to engage. We don't want to be the person in the third picture there on the right in through the emergency room, right on the gurney. So if there were ways that we could stop the decline and stop symptoms too, because your body has the ability to heal. It's smart, and within your body, you've got what it takes to heal in ways that you used to. Some of us, you know, I know I felt like, oh my gosh, I used to have to pop ibuprofen. That was what I did when I had problems with my foot, because I broke my foot playing rugby when I was in my 20s. And I took a lot of ibuprofen. The fact is, ibuprofen, Tylenol, all of these, aspirin, they have significant side effects. Wouldn't it be nice if we could take less over-the-counter pain medicine, maybe less prescription pain medicine, by turning on our body's healing? And you know, there's several different strategies to do this. In functional medicine, one of the biggest ways that we can help people reduce pain, believe it or not, is changing what they're eating. I have had people with full body pain And I said, have you ever tried going off of gluten? They had never tried going off gluten. They went off gluten and they came back and just about kissed me because it made such a huge difference in their inflammation. Now, that's not going to be true for everybody, but for most people who have a lot of pain in their body, an elimination diet where you cut out the foods that are commonly inflammatory and people are commonly sensitive to, things like gluten, dairy. For some people, eggs can be an inflammagen. Grains can be an inflammagen, soy products, corn products. These can raise people's levels of inflammatory compounds to make the arthritis hurt more. And so sometimes it just starts with nutrition, right? Let's use what we got. Then also counterintuitively, if the knee is not feeling good, for some people, walking on the knee and getting moving can make it feel better, right? We know when we are exercising, we start to release those endorphins that can actually help with pain control and can reduce inflammation in the body. So we do a little bit of something that's inflammatory to help make it so our body responds with our own internal anti-inflammatories. So when we think about the brain, I like to talk about the Bredesen 7 because the Bredesen 7 is the first protocol that has been shown in some instances to reverse Alzheimer's. I'm not crazy, all right? There's a recent study just came out last year showing a clear improvement in cognitive assessments from an amazing doctor, Dr. Heather Sanderson and her colleagues who are using the Bredesen 7, also called the RECODE protocol. I talked about this before, you guys. The RECODE protocol is a book based off the book The End of Alzheimer's by Dale Bredesen. And within it, it describes a lifestyle that you could use to optimize your memory, to reverse memory decline. Now, the earlier you catch memory decline, the better, right? Sometimes it's due to nutrient deficiencies. Sometimes it's due to inadequate positive growth signals to the neurons, like imbalance of hormones, inadequate thyroid hormone. Or sometimes it might be due to a bunch of head hits. Did you play college football? Did you get a bunch of head hits? So if you're starting to have memory issues, maybe you've had toxicities throughout your life, it's important that more post-it notes equal do something about it now, right? Especially if you're young, like me, right? In our 50s. If you're young in your 50s and having memory problems, that is not normal. More post-it notes, that is not normal. Okay, guys? So check out the book, The End of Alzheimer's. In order to do this particular protocol, and there's a link below to Apollo Health website. That's where you can actually get a free cognoscopy because people need to know where their brain is right now. You actually need to take a test to see how your ability to compute, to recognize spaces, to recognize patterns, to remember things. You have to take the test so you know where you are. Otherwise, later on, you won't know where you've been, right? And you're thinking, oh, is something going downhill? Unless you're testing, you don't know. All right. So a cognoscopy involves making sure you've got enough nutrients. So there's some blood work and that sort of thing. Your hormones are balanced. You don't have toxins because toxic load is a premier cause of several neurodegenerative issues. Okay. So you want to make sure you don't have any toxins. And then you want to step into a protocol like this where really it's about clean living, clean eating, clean environment. And I mean free of toxins when I say that, right? Clean air, food, water, exercise. As I said, muscle equals brain muscle. Stress reduction. So that's why in my community, we have a daily meditation every day, 8 a.m. Pacific time. In the Energy for Life community, we are listening to meditation and doing that. If you want to be part of the community, reach out. But the idea here is that we're trying to set the habits. It's easier to do the habits with friends that will make it so you keep your brain your whole life, right? The old medicine versus the new medicine. We used to think, oh yeah, whatever's in your genes, you're kind of stuck. It is just not true. You can control the genes that are being expressed. And you can also control the ability that your body has to start to increase healing, reduce pain. And these are the things: movement, sleep, stress reduction, nutrition. So important that we're getting these in every day. Got to find a way to do it. That's why it's nice to have a community. Maybe it's an online community. The online communities are big since the pandemic's come up. So that's why we're doing the meditation. We just finished a Caribbean cardio session online. A whole bunch of people jumping around with their cameras off, right, dancing and having a good time. That's why I'm sweating right now. And I feel like that sets the tone for a whole day, and it makes you sharper. In the few moments after you're doing that kind of exercise, you are going to get more blood flow to your brain. You're going to be sharper. And really, why are we trying to be healthy at all, guys? It's because we want to feel that joy of connection, that joy of growth, being with family, and really participating in life. So I want to encourage you, if right now you're you're in that couch potato mode, you feel like your brain is foggy, that there are steps you can take. You don't have to change everything at once. And there's some shortcuts. I'm going to teach you about some shortcuts because, as we know, we're getting older. We have less raw materials, less energy, less stem cells that are what we use to create new tissue. And this happens continually as we get older. And the idea here is to turn on production of stem cells if possible, increase the energy in the body, get with community that's trying to do the same thing, and then engage, right? So what's cool about stem cells is they're like choose your own adventure cells. They can become any kind of cell that's needed, and you want more of them no matter what age you are, you guys. There's a huge potential for healing, and they will be widely used in the future. Of course, helping the body heal itself is the name of the game. And right now, in order to get stem cells, you are going to pay a lot of money. They're extremely expensive, especially if you're going to do more than one spot. You might be able to do a knee once for $5K. Generally, people need to have repeated injections for long-lasting improvement. There's not a guarantee. There are complications, and it's not widely available, except for some things, such as cancer treatment, at least within the US. You have to go down to Mexico. And all these are big barriers to people getting the benefit of healing that they could have if they had more stem cells. So the question is, how can we get more stem cells in the body? We know that we can get stem cells by fasting. So you can actually get stem cells, more stem cells growing in your body. If you are going on like 3-day fasts are something that's been shown to, so has hyperbaric oxygen been shown to help stem cells. But if we could do two things at once, turn on genes that can reduce pain, turn on genes that can heal, and activate our body's own stem cells, this is very useful, particularly if you're trying to heal from an injury, if you're trying to optimize your brain, because the fact is, right, every day you guys have baby neurons that are popping up. The only way we can cultivate them so that they will grow is if you're giving them a good environment, low inflammation, turning on the right genes, making the right choices to cultivate those baby neurons, and activating your stem cells is one way. And we can do this. One of the strategies is to add light into the mix. And this is my favorite thing to talk about, because what's nice about light? There are not side effects to this strategy of trying to activate your stem cells. There's not an injection, and it is universally available. It's accessible to people. Now that we understand light changes things at the cellular level, and clearly there are many studies showing the mechanisms that are happening. So we understand, oh yeah, there really is something working there. It's not just a placebo effect. We even understand that a light placed one place, like over the stomach, will affect brain health. So Light and multiple different applications of light have been shown to help the brain, particularly if you have neurodegenerative issues. There's some beautiful work coming out about Parkinson's and light, and I encourage you to look in PubMed about that. But the fact is, you don't always have to put it right on the head. And that is why I would say, it's worth look, no matter what's going on in your life, considering light and not just going outside, but we want to get more specific. Just a handful of some of the studies, looking at the effect of light, PBMT, photobiomodulation therapy, in different neurological and psychological issues. And here's some of the funny things you could put on your head, right? Okay. I have two of those. Seriously, I do, you guys. But the easiest thing I have is something much, much simpler. It's not a big old light. It is a little patch. And this, I love this little patch because it changed my life. I had a patient bring them to me in my office, and they said that it made their pain get better. And I was intrigued because I was having foot pain at the time. And I started to use them without expecting anything, because you have no expectation that a sticker is going to actually do something, right? I mean, seriously. So I tried it for a few days and I thought, I feel like I could actually jog. And this is my foot that I broke playing rugby, multiple ankle breaks in high school playing basketball. And all they ever did was they would put me in an ACE wrap. Nobody ever took an x-ray of this teenager's ankle. I mean, I remember sitting on the bench playing basketball and just, not understanding why it hurt so much. But the ACE wrap was plenty. I just never, I'm sorry, but I digress. At any rate, that ankle and foot has had trouble. And now, because I found the patches, I'm able to run again. I'm able to ski again. I am able to re-engage in life. In fact, when I got the patches, I was kind of in the throes of that combination brain and body severe issues, right? I told you about my brain fog. Well, when I started to use them, I began to be able to exercise again. And my energy came up. I was able to start to make good choices. And so that is how I was able to come out of that really deep dark fog. So this is a breakthrough. This is using light to activate stem cells. And when we activate stem cells, what we do is we turn on younger genes and we can actually anti-age. Welcome, welcome. Just want to say hi, recognize that you're here, and I'm just finishing up this little presentation. So the way that this works is this is a phototherapy patch that can reverse age you. Okay. All right. Let me back up. In fact, this is a wellness patch. It can help activate your body's own stem cells so that you stay healthy. And the way it works is when you put it on your skin, it reflects back some of your light to you. And that's how it works, by increasing a copper peptide. This has been used in anti-aging and dermatology to reverse wrinkles for more than a decade. And what we find out is it actually reverses a lot of the inflammatory genes being turned on and turns on good genes to keep you feeling young, to keep you feeling super healthy. There's a lot of research behind this. And what we see when people use these patches is increased energy, increased sleep, better healing, fewer wrinkles, better sports performance, pain gets better. And this is all because of increasing the copper peptide, which can in turn activate younger genes. So no matter whether you're young or old, this can accelerate the body's wisdom of healing, feeling better. And I've seen it help with many, many different issues. Here's a horse who wore the patches for 6 months. Look at his coat in the first picture and look at his coat 6 months later. This is a big difference, much less inflammation. And you see the heat map of the horse, much cooler horse. He is feeling better from using these patches. Now, this is someone who had a full arm bruise after having an angiogram. And by day 3, the bruise is much better. By day 5, it's practically gone. We see people just healing up faster from things because their body's healing is turned on. If we're trying to get stronger, the X39 and the X49 can help us with improving our strength, stamina, energy, And it is an excellent way to infuse your life with energy. They're easy to use, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Stay hydrated for the best results. And this is what I use. Number one, when I'm not feeling well, I can grab a patch to help me feel better. I wear an X39 every day to activate my stem cells. And this is helping me stay young, vibrant, able to continue to exercise and really engage in life. It's also making my wrinkles better, which is kind of cool too. Great side effect, right? So with these patches, the way people can get them is as a retail customer. That is $5 a day. I would never suggest anyone be a retail customer because you can get the wholesale price, which is $3.33 a day with a 90-day money-back guarantee for preferred customers, retail and retail customers, and a 30-day money-back guarantee for brand partners. When people choose to engage, not only can they get the benefits of activating their stem cells, feeling younger, feeling stronger, feeling more alive, but they also get to dialogue with me. And I'm happy to advise on patches, advise on health challenges. Of course, you always want to check with your doctor, but I have a lot of free resources that you can use. An anti-aging skin course, a weight release course, all of these come free with people using the patches. So the way that you can get them is you can go to the site of the person who asked you to watch this presentation and click on shop. And then you'll find the X39 patch, register as a preferred customer or a brand partner so you can be part of our community. And I look forward to seeing you there soon. Now, I also have to mention, if you're a practitioner, or if you are looking for an opportunity to create extra income, this is an unbelievable opportunity. Right now, this is the fastest growing network marketing company in literally the world. It is a AAA ranked by Business from Home for the past 2 years. It is legit an incredibly unique opportunity. There's nothing else like it, and it's very easy to do. We simply share and send someone to a presentation and register them. The patch does the rest. So if you're a practitioner, this can be very helpful, helping your patients get better faster. So I'd love to talk to you about that. And I just want to invite everybody to consider this. If you are interested in optimizing your health, staying young, healing up, now's your time. Prioritize yourself. And I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to my streamers.